Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Sarah. I go by Lady Lugana here on YouTube. Welcome. If you are new, this is a channel about cross stitch. I am going to do a WIP parade today, part 2. So if you have been with me for a little while, you know that last week, I think it was a week ago, I uploaded the first part of my WIP parade / my dreams and aspirations for cross stitch moving forward. And today I'm going to film part 2. So grab a beverage, grab a good project to work on, and we'll go ahead and jump in because I suspect this one's going to be even longer than the last one. So let me start, and I apologize, I'm going to be turning back and forth because all of my projects, I might tilt you. As you see, they're all spread out next to me. So sorry if that made you seasick. But let me start with a couple of projects that I forgot to show you last time. The first one is part of the sampler series, so my sampler wall. And this is Vanity Sampler by Hello from Liz Matthews. And this is a WIP. This is what it looks like. And there is a conversion out on this particular sampler that Cam, the stitcher, put out. It is pink and it's like pink goth, so pinks and grays, and it's quite beautiful. I, however, am using the original colors, and they are more earth tones. I'm doing this in DMC. So you can see kind of more earth tones with some pops of blue in there. DMC on 36 count Affogato linen by Fiber on a Whim. And this is my start. And so this is where I am on that. It's beautiful. I'm going to have a hard time picking one project from each of these groupings. So that's very lovely. And so that is where I am on that. And that goes on the sampler wall. And again, I apologize if there's crinkling, zipping. I'm going to clean as I go because heaven forbid I'd lose something in this hot mess. The next are related to summer. And let me show you my definitives. And if you recall, my summer wall is mostly nautical. And so I forgot to show you the Summer Quaker by Lila's Studio. This is a beautiful one. So this is a stitch along hosted by Samantha the Huga Stitcher, and she is revamping this stitch along, or kind of not revamping, bringing it to the front again in the Flosstube world, starting on June 21st. I think the first day of summer is June 21st. And so bring out your patterns on June 21st and post. If you finished it, post your finishes, and Samantha is going to bring out hers and we'll start working on it again this summer. So I have very small start on this particular pattern, and I think I have made the decision that this is the one that I'm going to select for my big summer one. If you have any questions about what I am stitching it on, I may not remember all of the details. I have a spreadsheet so I can look it up if you're curious. I do know this is a 36 count. I do know that I'm doing it 2/2 with the DMC. And this might all be DMC. Yeah, this is all stitched in or charted in DMC. And I am doing it on this lovely linen. I think this is a Fiber on a Whim. It's sandy. It's very, makes me think of the beach. And so this is my baby start on that. And I think this will be my selection for the first summer piece of the wall. But let me put that away. And then I also forgot to show you one of the, I don't know if I would call this a small, it's kind of a medium. I'm undecided. Sorry, it's going to be Velcro. but it's called Welcome Summer. And this is by the Drawn Thread. It's 216 wide, but it's only 30 tall, 30 stitches tall. So, and I bought the kit from the Drawn Thread directly. On the website, it says that it comes with fabric, but this particular kit did not. I have the remainder coming, but they did send just as much floss as you need because it is kitted in dinky dyes and I think NPIs. Yeah, so these are beautiful. There are 6 of them. Welcome summer, welcome spring, welcome winter, autumn, Halloween, and Christmas. So this may be my small. I'm not sure yet. But it calls for 30 count lamb's wool. However, I am going to stitch mine on a different fabric. And this is a little bit of haul. I wasn't planning on showing much haul in this video because it's going to be very long as is. But this is from number 12 Stitch Company. This is hand-dyed linen, I believe, from Australia, if I remember correctly. Her linen is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's so pretty. And so this is color Aged Flax. And so I'm going to stitch it 1/2. I'm going to actually do 1/2 on this one on 36 count. And try to get as many on this as possible. Make them uniform in their background. I suppose it doesn't have to be uniform in their background because they're going to be on a solo wall. They're not displayed together. So, but I highly recommend, I haven't stitched on it yet, but just the feel of it is lovely. So I highly recommend checking this hand dyer out on Etsy. Like I said, I won't be linking everything in this particular video because there's just so much. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me. And then I'll be sharing a little bit of haul throughout the next episodes as you have all started to make lovely recommendations, like I asked about smalls and different projects that would fit the small portion for each of these subcategories. And so Sherry, the Share Bear Stitcher, has already recommended Stars and Stripes, which is a collaboration, I believe, between Plum Street Samplers and I can't think of the other person, but I'll show that when it comes in. And so I'll have a little bit to add to some of these categories. So yeah. And then these are the last ones that I didn't show. I was debating, I'm still debating whether to add them to the wall or not. So I'll show the summer one. This is a kit from Merejka. It's called Summer Sampler. And these are beautiful. They are stitched on 2 different pieces of fabric, and then the seams are sewn to the back. So this is the summer one that I'm really, it's not nautical per se, but it's lovely. It's got the strawberry and the deer, and so I'll show you the remainder with each season, but I'm thinking yes. And I've started the spring one, so I'm thinking yes. Let me type that over here. So the next category that I have to share with you was going to be quote unquote delicate stitches. And this is a category that is like muted in color, dainty in appearance, lots of florals, lots of birds, things like that. And so I don't have anything started in this category. So it's going to be a lot, all kits and patterns. So tuck them here. The first one, and I'll just go, it's going to be it's a mix and match. I'll do patterns and kits. They're going to be blended together. So the first one in this is called Quaker Garden. This is Blackbird Designs, and it's just beautiful. Look at the pinks and the muted colors in this. It's lovely. So this is project number 1, and this is not kitted. And I believe this may be out of print, but I got it off of the second-hand market, so it is available. It's lovely. Stick that here. The next one is also a pattern, and this is Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais. And this is, you're all probably very familiar with this one. This is what it looks like. And I've seen the stitch, and the tones are just a touch more muted, in my opinion, than what the cover shows. And so I think it fits this category well. And then, let's see, this is a kit. This is called Dove Moor by Rosewood Manor. This is what it looks like. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this one. It's beautiful. And it has I will be stitching it on Fox and Rabbit 36 count Mayflower. It's pretty. This is really pretty. Using the called for fibers, which is Weeks Dye Works. So let me show you these colors. I haven't decided whether I want to do it 2/2 or 1/2 yet. I normally do 2/2 on my stitching, but I have one project going now that is 1/2, and I really like it. And so I may be a convert in some respects. Last color. So these are these beautiful muted colors. Beautiful. So that's another option. Okay. Sorry guys, I am making more noise this time already, I think. Okay. The next one is another Rosewood Manor called Blue Rhapsody. I think this is beautiful too. My goodness, it's just so pretty. I love Rosewood Manor. And this I will be stitching on 36 count Winter Moon Edinburgh linen. So 36 count is Edinburgh, but Winter Moon. And it's only 2 colors. And this is what it will look like. The 2 colors together. Man, I want to stitch all the things. And so I feel like this is a bit of a loose category, like looser in that it's not really well defined. But the next one is called Quaker's Pride. This is by Historisch Stickmuster. This is what it looks like. I saw this on an Instagram account completely finished, and now I can't think of who it was. I may link that Instagram account in the bottom so that people are aware. But it was absolutely stunning. I was just like, I can't believe how beautiful this is. And so I have picked out Fiber on a Whim, Stone, and in 36 count. So I think it kind of does a good job doing the blues there. And this I think I will stitch 2/2. And these are the colors. There is black. It's not, I have a cone, so I didn't bring it out. But that is what it looks like. Just checking to make sure I'm actually recording. The last 2 Flosstubes I've done have both failed to record. I ended up not doing the first one over, and I ended up doing the second one over last week. It was just like, ugh. The next one is Regina Hable. It's a reproduction sampler by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This is what it looks like. And there's also a small on the back. And that's what that looks like. And I have another Winter Moon piece of 36 count Winter Moon in the DMC to go with this. feel like I'm rushing. I'm sorry if I'm rushing. The next one I have is Lavender and Lace, and it's called Tea Garden. And it is a series of flowers. So we have, I'm having a brain cramp. Make sure I don't show that. So we have roses, violets, and pansies. That was my brain cramp. I was like, what are these flowers? Roses, violets, and pansies. And that is what they look like. Beautiful. And I have the called for DMC for that, and I'm stitching those on a Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And that's what that looks like. And the called for is mixed in with another project. So this is not all of them. It's just a mix of fibers for two different projects. So, but I think it'll look lovely on this. Next, I'm debating. I'm conflicted about this one. This is Ever Flowering Garden by Owl Forest Embroidery. The colors are still delicate to me. Oh, it's beautiful. And I have, this is a 46 count, I think, brick powder by XJU Design, with the called for, which are the Owl Forest fibers. You can kind of see what they look like. I have some of them pulled out. There's pinks, and just pull out a couple of the more delicate looking ones. Yeah, 46 count brick powder. So this is massive, however. Like, this is an enormous project. And I say that stitching on full coverage pieces, this is an enormous project. So I am debating including this one versus not including it. We'll see. We'll see. So that is another option. I think the last kit I have is Beloved. Oh no, I have another one. 2 kits. And I would just do the birds. These ones here. And if you want to see someone who has very good progress on this, you should check out Erica from Fibers and Floss Canada. Her latest video, she shows how far she is on this, and she's also just stitching the center. So that is what that looks like. And I have the called for DMC in a platinum, I think it says 40 count platinum. This is Weigart linen. And the called for DMC. This is a little bolder, but it's the birds that make me think it's more delicate. So, and then next are, oh, I have one more kit. And this is, find the actual, here it is. I think this was a Hobby House exclusive. It's called Martha Walmsley, 1847. Oh, it's so good. This is like so beautiful. The stitching, the roses, the colors, it's just so beautiful. And yes, definitely a Hobby House exclusive. Comes in these cute little bags. And I ordered the kit, so it comes with the called for linen. And this is I think it's 36 count tabby cat. But let me not lie to you. Yep, tabby cat. And it's just beautiful. It's got a little bit of modeling in it. Actually shows pretty well on camera right now. We have a beautiful day today. It was raining like nonstop yesterday, so much so that we were having some flooding. But today is gorgeous. It's just about 60 I spent the whole morning outside gardening, which was so fun. And then these are the colors on this linen. So I've been working on cleaning up the weeds and putting fresh mulch around our perimeter. Man, that's pretty. All that to say, the light is showing well today and picking up the colors pretty as they appear in actuality. So that's the last delicate kit. And then the last ones are all just patterns that I have as eventualities. One of them's called Mary Amelia's Bird, and this is Quaint Rose Needle Arts, excuse me. And that is what this one looks like. Oh, it's so pretty. I guess you could also call this kind of just vintage looking as well. It's like a vintage appearing wall or a delicate, I don't know. I need a name. You guys tell me what I should name this wall. The next is The Visitor by Fox and Rabbit. And many of you are stitching this, have stitched this. It's beautiful. And that is what that one looks like. I love the colors on this one too. It's just pretty. I don't know what I would stitch. Maybe Mayflower would be good for this one too. I feel like it's a good neutral. It's just soft and warm. Beautiful. And this is Fox and Rabbit. I have Alphabetum by Twin Peak Primitives. That's what that one looks like. So lovely. I have another Fox and Rabbit design called Sarah Hayward, 1859. I might have. Oh no, they're different. Sarah Hayward, 1859, which looks similar to Susan Crowther's 1853, but this is from the Heart Needle Art. This is a new release. This came out at market and I got this from Lindy Stitches. I've never ordered from Lindy Stitches, but just, I don't know, discovered her channel. How have I missed her? She's amazing. Check out her Flosstube. She does all these amazing virtual events and her shop is fantastic. It's just so wonderful. So I ordered this from Lindy Stitches, and this is Jen Hicks Creates Milady's Posies, and it came out at market this year. Then I have the book Our Lasting Friendship by Blackbird Design. And try to figure out, let me see if I can find, this whole book is like beautiful and has smalls and has big samplers. This is the one, I mean the whole book, smalls and big are perfect for this aesthetic. It's so perfect. I have Rose Band Sampler, and this is Samplers and Primitives. Just checking my nails. Like I said, I was out gardening. I'm like, they might be dirty. Then I have Catherine Armstrong, 1856. And I'll have to look. I don't recall. This is from Cross Stitch Antiques. I don't think this came in the Christmas box, but it may have come in the Christmas box from Kitten Stitcher, but I can't remember. And then A Heart Remembers, but instead of the big one down here, focusing on the small pieces, these are the ones that make me think a little more vintage Victorian kind of look to it. And that is what I am thinking for this particular wall, this aesthetic. Like I said, I need a name. Give me a name, guys. Let me know what you think. So now I think I have spring, winter, Christmas, Halloween, and autumn left, and that's it. So let's do winter. It's easy to, oh, Christmas is over here. Okay, I'll do winter first and then Christmas. Oh, making lots of noise, sorry. And same concept, this is going to be a mishmash because they're all kind of mixed in together. So the thought for the winter wall is January into February, maybe even early March. And so it's kind of a cross between Valentine's and wintry-like scenes. So it's a mix of icy blues and reds and pinks. So the first one is a WIP. This is called Winter Impressions, and this is a Dimensions Gold collection. This is out of print. However, it is fairly readily available on the secondhand market. So, and this is what this looks like. Oh, it's so cool. I feel like this ties a lot in together because it's wintry and she's also in bright red. So, and I'm stitching this with all the kit material. Oh, I forgot my board today. Oh well. All the kit material. And it's 2/1 on 16 count. It's like a dove gray or blue Ada. And this is where I am today, or where I am on this piece. So we have the lady and the gentleman. None of it's backstitched. The rump of the horse, the carriage. This is starting kind of the background scenery in here, and then the headless driver. Should have probably finished his head. He's completely headless. So this is my first winter piece. Stick that away. My next winter piece is really truly the Valentine's inspiration. And this is Rose Quaker by Weinberg Design. God, that's so good. Now, when you do buy this, you'll want to buy it from Weinberg Design's website because this is available at other sites, but not giving credit to the designer. So good. And I am stitching this on 46 count. What is the name of this? I can't remember. It's like in the tip of my brain. Instead of on the tip of my tongue, it's in the tip of my brain. 46 count. It's this beautiful, it's a little brighter, a little warmer than that, but it's this beautiful pink. Oh, let me hold it the right way. And I'm using a Vicky Clayton silk conversion. All these different color, you can kind of see them in there, different color pinks and muted tones. And that is so beautiful. Look at that. And it's tiny, tiny stitches. 46 count, 1/2. This is fiber on a whim. Gosh, and if you want to know the fabric, let me know. When I do monthly updates, I'll have the information as well. I just can't remember this one off the top of my head. So that's winter number 2. And of course, we can't forget the Winter Queen by Mirabilia. Gotta get all my queens on the wall, and she's icy and blue and oh, so pretty. And this is a WIP, a very tiny start WIP. I'm stitching this on 32 count Snowdrifts by Fabrics by Stephanie. And of course I had to pick it because it was called Snowdrifts. Like, you can't beat that. Let's see. Just a center start. Can't really even tell which way is up and which way is not up. It's going to look really good on this fabric. It's hard to see the white at a distance, but you can see it in person. So that's my Winter Queen. She'll be on the wall. And I'm using all the called for on her, minus the fabric. And then let's see, the next one is Christmas in London. So I have this in the winter one because of the pinks and the reds, and it has like icy tones in it. And so it has this Christmas tree in it, but it really makes me think more winter, like elegant winter parties. So pretty. Makes me want to have an elegant winter party. Like, the things little kids dream of. And in this case, big kids. This is a 32 count Silver Moon Lugana. I'm using all the called for. And I just have a very tiny start up in the... Is that? Yes, that's the left-hand upper corner. And for some reason, I have a massive piece of fabric for this. Like, I don't know if it needs this much. I doubt it does. I can't see what I'm showing you. There we go. So, oh, this one's beautiful. I love this pattern. Like, this is one of my favorite Mirabilia patterns. There's something about it that's just so, it's so good. Look at the pink and the black dress, and it's just so good. Then these are smalls. These are a small kit. I have Sweetheart Pears. Aren't those adorable? Oh my gosh. And this is by Annie B's Folk Art. Are they just so freaking cute? And for those, I have Charlotte. Oh, no. I have Ash Rose linen with the called for dinky dyes. Oh, this is so pretty. Ooh, I can't wait to stitch these. Like, this is so pretty. Look at these colors. 3 shades of gray. They're so shiny on this. Let's see. The sun just went away, so that actually picks it up pretty good. That's more, it's a little pinker. And then I also have, I want to do the tiny towns as one of the smalls. I don't have all of them, but I have started collecting them. This is Big Hearted Tiny Town, and this is actually a WIP. So this is the Valentine's Day one, and have little drums setting out, or spools. That would be cool too. Oh, and this is this is called Bashful, but it's opalescent. It's by Picture This Plus, and it is I want to say a 32 count or a 36 count, probably 36. And it's not picking up very well. It's just the shade, palest shade of pink. And you can kind of see the sparkle. Oh yeah, you can see the sparkle in there. And then this is where I am. Let me see. Like I said, I forgot my board. I'm not professional today, guys. And I'm using the called for. I'm not making any changes. I know a lot of people make changes to this particular pattern because the dye lots seem a little different than the... Actually, they look pretty close on camera, but I know some people have said their dye lots don't look quite the same as the image. So that is a small. Those are smalls that I have kitted, and it's classic Colorworks, and it's so pretty. And then patterns that are not kitted that I think would go well on this particular wall, or are smalls. This is Sub Rosa, and it's a red flower heart. So cute. Ooh. This may have come in the Christmas box from Kitten Stitchers. Reflet de Soie, Melina Gambit, 1897. So I don't know if this is available, but it may be becoming available. I feel weird showing you my dirty nails, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like this fancy lady ties in the winter and the Christmas, or the Christmas in London. She's like screams Valentine's Day to me. This is Pretty in Pink, MD 194. I think she would be perfect. Oh my gosh, she would look so good on this wall with the pinks and the, love it. Man, she's pretty. I haven't seen anyone stitching her either. So good. Look at her. She's so beautiful. You got to have the Winter Quaker, of course. Ties it in with the reds and the icy blues. So good. And this is by Rosewood Manor. So perfect. Oh, and then the last but not least, I feel like this ties it all together too. This is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. And it just ties in the pinks with winter. Look at that. If you want to see another person who's stitching this, I think I've already talked about her. Sherry, Share Bear Stitcher. She is stitching this on the most perfect fabric. I need to look it up again and like get my hands on it because it is literally the most perfect fabric for this design. I love it. That is exactly what I want to use. It's Fabrics by Stephanie, I think, and Twix and Tween, maybe? I might be making that up. I'll have to find out. But check her channel out. She's Share Bear Stitcher here on Instagram, and on Flosstube. And her stitching is absolutely, it's just, she converts so many things to silk and it's just so good. So good. So that is my winter wall. So my inspiration for January, February, early March. Now let me show you my Christmas wall. Now the aim of this was kind of to be more traditional vintage Christmas. I'm not sure I've achieved that entirely, but I'll show it to you nonetheless. Excuse me. Let's start with, it's going to be a mix of maybe WIPs and kits in this case. Oh, this is a WIP. This is a small. I think these are vintage because it's the 12 Days of Christmas. This is the 12 Days of Christmas by Teresa Wentzler, and I'm doing them individually, so they'll be smalls. Whether or not they should be ornaments or like converted into little pillows, I'm undecided yet. I'm thinking little pillows. Aren't these amazing? Oh my gosh, they're so good. And this, I didn't realize this is how sad it is. Forgotten that I had started a Teresa Wentzler. It's the only one I've got going. They are so good. And I've started with the first one, Partridge in a Pear Tree, stitching it 1 over 1 on 28 count right now, but I think there's some aspects of it that go 1 over 2. But that is my little partridge in a pear tree. Oh my gosh. It's so good. So this is a small, obviously. I feel like you guys are probably aware of what's small and what's not small. Let me throw that back in there. Where shall I stick these? We'll stick that there. This is another WIP. And this is a Yuletide Welcome by Plum Street Samplers. Oh, so good. I love this one. So good. I just love all of them. It's in a vintage Santa bag. I think this is Teresa Kogut fabric, possibly. It looks like it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, so good, so good. This is a WIP, and I'm doing this as with all the called for fibers. Ooh, look. I don't have a lot of fibers on rings like this because I have typically used floss rings or floss away bags, and so I like when I can see them. And I'm stitching this 2 over 2 on 36 count, and I think this is just a cream linen. I don't even know what base it is, but this is where I am. Started in the middle and was outlining that house. I really should have got that board out. Oh well. That is my stitching thus far on it. Outlining so that I can fill it in. So that's another option for Christmas. I'm going to be excited when the end of the year WIP parade comes and I can show all of the projects from each category that have been selected and or finished. Probably not finished, but selected at least. Next, I love this one. Oh my goodness. This is Santa of the Forest. But where's the picture? Here it is. And this is lavender and lace. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. She has a few other Santas that would be great on this wall, but I don't want to necessarily make it too Santa heavy, so I'm debating them. I think I have all of the patterns though. And I'm stitching this with the most amazing fabric, and I can't remember the name. Let's see if I have I wrote it down, so if you want to know, let me know and I'll look it up, but I can't think of it. I've got, you know how you get like pregnancy brain and you forget things? I've got Flosstube brain. Whenever I turn on the camera, I forget things. And so I started in the middle and I've been working my way up to the top. This is the very top. And then I'm going to work my way down from top to bottom. But look at this linen. You can see the hints of red and the hints of green in this. Oh, it's so good. Let me get it closer so you can see the stitches. Oops, sorry, I just bumped you. Look at those pretty colors. And that's the bear coming in. So good. My goodness. I love this one. This might be my selection for Christmas. Maybe. I don't know. I just want to stitch all of them. Okay, what's next? This one I'm conflicted on as well. This is Winter White Santa. This is the Mirabilia design. It's beautiful. He's like completely vintage Santa to me. But I don't know if blue fabric matches the wall or the vision I have for this wall. And so I've started just in the center. I don't even know what's up and down. But I'm debating possibly stitching him on, this would be kind of a bold choice for me, atypical. This is Laurel Linen. This is Witch Elt. But these colors, I don't know. I don't know if these like teal, icy colors go well. But at the same time, it's Christmas, so how would it not go well for a Santa to be stitched on a green background? So tell me what you guys think about this one, because I am so. But I do love this color. It's a little warmer in person, but that's not just such a bad representation. So, and I just have all the called for DMC for that, and Krynic and all the things that come with the Mirabilia. Oh, I love this pattern too. I have actually worked on this a little bit this year on the 25th of maybe February and the 25th of maybe March. This is, and this whole book is perfect, like to give, let me put that away, give vintage Christmas vibes. And this is Home for the Holidays by Blackbird. So the whole book, everything. The smalls. But what I'm working on currently, I mean, let me not show you. Look at that. These would be perfect little smalls. So just the whole Blackbird vibe for vintage Christmas. What I'm working on is Christmas Garden. Gosh, that's pretty. I'm sure you guys are probably tired of hearing me say, gosh, that's pretty. I just think they're all so amazing. The designers have such talent. This I'm stitching with a Vicky Clayton Silks conversion. However, I have made one change, and that is adding an MPI silk that's a darker color, because I wanted certain elements to pop. So I'll incorporate it throughout, but I wanted the reindeer specifically to pop. And so I'm doing this 1/2 on 40 count, just cream linen. And this is where I am. And I've got 1, 2, 3 motifs in this year. I had considered doing like a motif a week kind of approach, but I'm debating that still because I have so many gifts that I'm working on that I'm putting like 100 stitches in my gifts a day as well. So look at those. It's so beautiful. And I love the Vicky Clayton silks because it's more muted. Gives it more of a vintage Christmas look to me. So, and I charted out I'm going to do all of the family's initials in this. Dog's, husband, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But let me show you if I can show you some more of this book. Impromptu flip through. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. The stockings. There's lots of them in here. Let me see if I can find. I wanted this the meadow, this little one here. And that tiny little one. So good. So that is another WIP for Christmas. Yeah, this is going to be a long video, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if I should split it into 3 parts. That might be too much. Then I have Royal Holiday, or the Christmas Queen. We cannot forget the Christmas Queen. And I'm stitching this with the called for on 32 count gingerbread Lugana by Picture This Plus. And I have her head done. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful too. Look at that hair. Look at that. So good. So, this is a Christmas kit. Let me see. These are, what is this? What is this? Oh, I have lavender and lace. Butternut Road Christmas Visit. This is like definitely Victorian Christmas, isn't it? And for this, I have the called for materials, but I have selected a fabric. Sandstone tea-dyed linen is what I have. Beep, 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 beep. So this is a small, that is a WIP. It is Betsy's Christmas Basket. And I am stitching this on a mystery Regency, 36 count Regency, 2/2. And I just have a middle center start on that. That might be the only Christmas. Oh no, the Teresa Winsler is another small, that whole collection there. And then this is a small kit, Wee Santa. He's so cute. He's not very Victorian vintage, but he's adorable. And the smalls are, I'm not necessarily aiming for, the smalls are a little more flexible, I feel like, in my head. I don't know why I'm making up these rules, but they're the rules that I came up with in my head. This is cream and sugar, and there's the called for fibers in here. So, and then patterns, last but not least. These are just patterns I have. They're not kitted. Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. Oh, so good. Let me put this away before I forget. Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. Everybody is very acquainted with this series. I have, these are smalls, Stacy Nash Primitives, Snowed in Pink Cape and Ornament. The Nativity Tiny Town, also purchased from Lindy Stitches. Mary Mary Pinkeep from Stacy Nash Primitives. This is Christmas Cottage by Brenda Gervais. This is like medium to add kind of different sizes to the wall to make it, what is it called? Maximalism. This is Christmas at Winterberry Cabin by Brenda Gervais. This came in the Kitten Stitcher box, so I don't know if this is out, but A Merry Gentleman, and this is Plum Street. He's got a clarinet. I think it's so cool. This is Letters for Santa. Oh my gosh, I just love these. Lila's Studio, this also came in the box, Joy. So I don't know, these may be coming out this year. Don't quote me on that. I haven't the slightest. Also in the box, this was Ho Ho Ho, and it is by Running with Needles and Scissors. And then Birds of a Feather Winter Sampler. So that is my Christmas section. So let me know which one out of that I should work on, what smalls I should work on. So Delicates, Christmas, Winter. Let's do spring next, and then we'll save autumn for last because autumn and Halloween are my biggest collection of things because I love autumn and Halloween. So, okay. So let me show you first my spring WIP. Oh, actually, so I showed you summer. Sorry, crinkling. This is the winter one. Oh, that's good. And then the spring one I have actually started. And I've converted, so it comes with Ada, but I'm doing these on Lugana. So I've selected Lugana that is the same color. So white and cream. And this is Spring Sampler. Look at those cherry blossoms. Or maybe apple blossoms. They look like cherry blossoms to me though. And, oops, no, this is, the first one is on the white part. Yeah, this is the upper left-hand corner. All of that is back stitching. And so this is where the first cutout goes. I think it's a bumblebee. And then I started the flowers. The back stitching actually took me a very long time. I was nervous to do it, but I think it turned out beautifully. So that is Spring Sampler. It's one of my first springs. This collection of patterns for spring is also a little eclectic. I don't have, it's kind of a, I don't want to say a loose category, but it's a little more eclectic. So this is a pattern that I started, it's called Gathering Eggs. It is a Mirabilia, and I started this as part of the Gathering Eggs Stitch Along that is hosted by Katie at Red Stitchery. And she's now doing another one, which I talked about in the last episode, where it's a Marilyn Levin emblem. So I did stitch on this all 3 months. I forgot to post on the last day, though. That's okay. And so that is Gathering Eggs. It's very spring. It's like Easter. I love it. This is kind of a mix between Easter and spring. And I'm stitching this on Hazelwood, 32 count, Lugana by Fiber on a Whim. Yeah. And this is where I am. It's actually fairly dense stitching. It's all basically full coverage at the top. but it's quite narrow. This is the full width of it. So it'll be a nice, unique size to add dimension to the wall itself. I just got down to her head and I was filling in those clouds, and quite lovely. All right. Shove all this back in. Uh-oh. Sorry, did I lose you there for a minute? My computer went to sleep. Are you still with me? I'm glitched out there, possibly. Another kit I have is Iris. This is Nora Corbett. Actually, this is a WIP, technically. I'm stitching this on 32 count cream Lugana. It's very wrinkly, but I think she's pretty. I like this one. And I don't know, I feel like these are not smalls, but they're also not large, so they're kind of like that weird in-between medium as well. The Nora Corbett Pixies. Let's see here. This is a massive project. This is something I'm stitching with Amy from Fiber Arts Amy. I've not worked on it hardly at all, but it's in her garden. It's a dimensions kit. Man, that's pretty. I just said it again. I have converted this to a Lugana as opposed to using Ada, because I wanted to start in the upper corner. It's full coverage, and was afraid to do that on the Ada for lack of margins. Just tiny little stitches. Very, very barely start. So that's an option. I'll try to go through this one a little more quickly because, like I said, autumn and Halloween are long. This is Welcome Spring. This is the drawn thread. Oh, here it is. This is a kit. I technically have a start on this, but I kind of want to start it over. I don't know. I may continue it on this. Like I said, I messed it up. Like, this is the wrong color. That was the wrong color. I stitched over it instead of actually like taking it out. You can't tell. But we'll see if I restart this on that other fabric, which this is 32 count. And that, no, this is 36 count too. Maybe I will leave it on this. This is 2/2. I wanted to do the other one 1/2. So we'll see. Maybe I'll save that other one for that other fabric. Undecided. This is I have all 4 of these. So I'll just show them now. But the WIP is Spring Awakens. And this is by Summer House Stitchworks. It only uses 3 colors of DMC. 3 colors of DMC? Yep. And this is 36 count sand. All of them will be on 36 count sand. And you see the right here. So we have Spring Awakens, Autumn Provides, Winter Cometh, Summer Refreshes. Ooh, I like this one. So these are, because the spring one has started, it's why it's in the spring pile. The next one is a kit. It's Spring Quakers. I have the Valdani floss already. I have 2 fabric options in here. One of them is the called for, which is 30 or 28 count Valor. The other I picked was 28 count Murmur. So I wasn't sure which one to stitch it on. I'm leaning towards this one. So that is a kit that I have. Maybe I should have done a 3-part WIP parade / plans. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time. I suppose I'm not really taking up your time. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it, right? You know. Then lovebirds. This makes me think spring. It's so beautiful with the bumblebee. This is Nora Corbett. This is a kit. I have pink linen fabric, which is a witchelt. And then the called for colors, which I just have to show you because they're so bright and yummy. I also have in here, what is her name? Geranium. And this I'm calling more spring because I'm stitching it on this lovely pistachio by Fiber on a Whim with the called for. She's going to pop right off of there. So these are all kits right here, not starts. These are kits, but partial kits. Queen of Peace. And I have this on Pole Stitches Snowy Mountains. Is she just going to look really good on that? Oh. And partial kits because I don't have any of the fibers, just the fabric. Queen of Spring. And I have that on Pole Stitches Tudor Rose. Oh, man, these are going to be so good. What's in here? Oh, these are 3 kits I have as well. This is, 4. I have Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, Hester's Special Delivery. These are a little smaller. The fibers in the back here. I have Scattered Seed Samplers Spring Gathering. I have Scattered Seed Samplers Spring Delivery. He's got a pipe in his mouth. And then I have Puntini Easter Trio 2022. And I want to stitch this on that the remaining fabric for that Tiny Town, the Bashful, the pale pink with the called for colors. The other ones I have straw, cuts of straw. Weeks Dye Works 36 count straw. So then I have, this is a kit. These are Satsuma Street's Oology. Man, they're so stinking adorable. Wow. And I just have the natural linen and the called for colors. They're so pretty. Look at these colors. So good. Oh, I love Satsuma Street. I also have I forgot to show you this in winter. I have because I've done autumn and I've done, summer, but I have spring by Lizzy Kate and winter by Lizzy Kate. Both of these. The called for fibers for both. And I'm doing spring on Serene. Yeah, Serene Belfront because it's serene. Oh, it's not showing. It's like mint. It's really not showing. It's like this beautiful mint color. More green. And then I have Mercedes for winter. Oh, that helps to show it a little bit, doesn't it? So spring smalls. And then the rest are just patterns. I have La Di Da Spring Hair. So cool. Spring at Hollyberry Farm. This one I'm tempted for spring and summer. I chose spring because of the eggs and because the summer is more nautical, but it's Garden Sampler by Carriage House Samplings. Those eggs right there is what I'm talking about, the little robin eggs. So, and then the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Cookies for Easter Bunny. Oops, look at that little chick. I like the little eggs with the faces. Ah. So that is my spring collection. So let's go to the last section, which is Halloween and Autumn. This is in 3 divided sections. Let me start with Autumn because I have kind of vintage Halloween and then whimsical Halloween. So this is Autumn. The first one I have is a WIP. It is Autumn Quakers, Rosewood Manor. Autumn is my favorite. These are going to be like the best patterns. Whew, so good. And I'm stitching this on the called for 28 count Picture This Plus doubloon with the Valdani. So good. So some of this will look a little Halloween. I thought some of it leans more towards autumn. Then next I have the Harvest Friendship book by Teresa Kogut, and this is the Friendship Sampler, I think. It's the one right on the front. Although they do have pumpkin heads, I think this makes me think more of autumn. And I'm stitching it with DMC on 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus. I just got a pumpkin head in there, which is an interesting movie. Pumpkinhead, if you're a Halloween person. We have a litany of movies that we watch every year and we kind of rotate through each of them. I think we watched Pumpkinhead last year. It's kind of a sad story, but good for Halloween. So cute. Of course, you can't be a Teresa Kogut fabric bag to match. This makes me think autumn. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fabric choice, but she's going to be the fancy lady, one of the fancy ladies on the autumn wall. And this is At the Met by Mirabilia. I think it's the fabric choice. Like, it's just going to be so beautiful. Sorry, nose is itching because of the gardening I did. Oh, wow. That's pretty. I love this pattern. She's going to be blingy. She's very beaded. Well, let's not stick those there because that's going to get mixed in with Halloween. Next is another beautiful lady. This is Blackbird by Mirabilia. Look at it, just so good. Julie from on Instagram is finished with all the stitching. She's working on the back stitching. It's so good. She did it on this beautiful purple fabric. She actually gave me a tip. She said backstitch as you go because this is apparently a backstitch heavy piece. But I'm stitching this with, Julie's stitching it, but Emily C. from Eclectic Possessions and then Sherry from Share Bear Stitcher. And I'm stitching this 2/2 on 32 count Murmur by Picture This Plus. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you, this is Pumpkin Pie, I believe, by Bestitch Me. It's a little warmer than it's showing. It's closer, but even warmer still. And then you can't forget the Autumn Queen, which is one of my favorite queens. And I'm stitching this 2/2 on 32 count Sand Linen by Picture This Plus. And I've worked on this a little bit this year. I've got her, finished her head and started putting in her collar, her choker necklace. She's going to be beautiful on this. There we go. So good. All right, what's next in my autumn pile? Oh, you're seeing all the fancy ladies first. This is a smaller one, kind of, like I said, small, medium. Where is it? Glistening Leaves. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Glistening Leaves by Nora Corbett. And I'm stitching this 2/2. Oh Lord, what is this fabric? It's glorious, and I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look it up if you want to know, because it's good. Oh, it's not showing quite as rich. It's much more, it's showing cool on camera, but she's like glowing. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get her to focus. So pretty. Yes, I am recording. My paranoia is setting in, however. Oh, what is next? Sorry, that was loud. Let's do these. These are kits. This is Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. And I have all the called for, but it's currently mixed in with another pattern in here that I haven't separated. This is just random. This is A Perfect World by the Scarlet House. This will go on the slot of my random samplers one day. But I have Picture This Plus, or excuse me, no. This is Vintage Country Mocha for that one. So. Oh, my tiny towns. So I suppose this could be more of a summery tiny town. September is what it makes me think of. But I also have Harvest Tiny Town. And I'll go ahead and show you Halloween Tiny Town, which would be under the Whimsical setting. And then all of those, actually I have different fibers or fabric choices for all of them. Wren, doubloon, and country mocha. So a couple of different options there, and then just an array of fibers shoved in there. Let's put those back. And then last but not least for autumn kits, oh, let me pull out the patterns. There we go. Is Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, but why can't I find? There it is, the cover. Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. So many people stitch this. It's good. It's amazing. I'm going to do something a little different with this one, and I'm going to stitch it 1/1 on 25 count coconut shell by Bestitch Me using the called for DMC. But as I did with Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, which you'll see shortly, I'm going to change out the border with something a little more interesting and do a variegated silk. And the silk I've selected for the autumn is a Silk in Colors called Slug Bug. So, yep. You might hear people gardening. It's been so rainy here that everybody's jumping at the opportunity to get their, or excuse me, the mowing, jumping at the opportunity to do their lawn work. Let's see. So now the next is all just patterns. This is Real Comfort by Plum Street. Gosh, that's so cool. Jack's House Pin Keep. Back and forth on Halloween versus autumn, but it looked a little more benign than spooky. La Di Da, A Murder of Crows. Be Ye Thankful by Brenda Gervais. The remaining of the autumn, I have done autumn, but I haven't done these other little doodads. One of them is very Halloween. Forgiveness, which is Exemplar Dames Design Company, but the colors are all just, oh man, that's pretty. The colors are oranges and beautiful, like umbrage, citrine, ochre. So, Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. This says more autumn to me than Halloween. Winds of Autumn book, just the whole book. I was thinking for the wall, some of these are Halloween, but there's like the Nebraska Prairie drum. The Sisters Love piece. Oh. The Bittersweet September. I love autumn. I wanted to show you First Winds of Autumn, Strawberry. Patchwork Pumpkin. This makes me think of Real Comfort. I feel like they go hand in hand because of the border. This is more Halloween, but Waiting for the Harvest. I suppose you could do this not in black and do it in something more autumnal, and it would be perfect for autumn as well. And then here, Mighty Acorn. If you don't own these books by Blackbird, I highly recommend them. There's just so many opportunities to have such beautiful patterns. And then the last one is the Sisters book. And the one in here that makes me think autumn. This is Halloween. This would be more like vintage Halloween. Oh, can't see that, can you? Vintage Halloween. And this is Witch No More. So that is my autumn collection. Let me stick this in here. So last but not least is Halloween. The first part of the Halloween collection is Halloween that's whimsical, bright, colorful. That's how I envision. I feel like there's two walls in this. So let me start. The first one is Olivia the Forest Witch. This is a WIP. This is Bella Filipina Designs. And I'm stitching it on this beautiful, oh Lord, I'm going to do it again. What's the fabric? Fiberlicious, Every Leaf is a Flower. I have a barely start, but this fabric is like to die for. She could also be autumn, but she doesn't really match the vintage autumn. She's more Halloween-y to me. Show you the stitching up close. So, 'tis an option. Next is Halloween Fairy. This is by Mirabilia. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Ren. I just have a little middle start, kind of outlining and doing all sorts of different things there. Ren by Picture This Plus. Next is Emmy. And I'm conflicted because I want all of these pixies, but I don't want all of these pixies necessarily on the Whimsical Halloween wall. They should, I don't know. We'll see. This is Emmy. I've already done Luna. And I'm stitching all of them on the Called For Milk Chocolate fabric by Witch Helt, 32 count. This is where I am on Emmy. Man. Then I have the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Halloween Wreath. This is what I mean about bright colors. So good. And this was a kit, so it's 28 count something. I'll look it up if you want to know. I have it. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Then I also have in the same bag. This was a stitch along called Monster House. The pattern's now released in full by Satsuma Street. So such bright, I'm like peeking down below again. Such bright colors. So good. And this is on like printed fabric. Also a mystery at the moment, but that is what I have. Then I have Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. Oh, I love this. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Cauldron Lugana by Picture This Plus. Got a lot of dangling threads here. Just a little center start. Isn't this fabric fantastic? So good. So good. Oh, sorry, I just bumped you. Next is Autumn Lane, Tonight We Ride. And I'm stitching this with all the kit material. It came as a kit. So a dangling thread. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that's cool. And then all of the fibers are on like these floss drops that are little tombstones. So Autumn Lane did not do a Halloween box last year, which I was super bummed about. But I think it's because they were doing the Queen City Stitch Retreat possibly. So I'm curious to see if they do a Halloween box this year. Because I love their Halloween boxes. Like, I will buy every single one of them. Not that I need more Halloween themed stuff. So this is Whimsy. Put this away. Then I have Trick or Treat Town by Flossabilities. This is on a 36 count Haunted. And this is a pitiful start because I didn't have the right thread. And then I went to the store and the thread wasn't there. This pitiful little center start. Tiny, pitiful. Can't even see it. That's okay. You can't even see it. But this is the called for fabric. And then this is Spooky Season by Passione Ricamo or Ricamo. Isn't she so cool? Huh? I love it. All this bright orange. It's just so good. And I'm stitching her on a 32 count Heather by Picture This Plus. And what you do is you actually are like mixing. It's one thread DMC, one thread Rainbow Gallery Petite to try and give it sparkle. I barely have a start on this one too. You can kind of not really see the sparkle, but I think she's going to look really good on this. Okay, so those are WIPs for the Whimsicals. Actually, yeah, and then these are kits. What's in here? Oh, yes. So I have, I think Shakespeare's Fairies would be perfect in this category. Samantha the Huda Stitcher is working on this too. You should check out her WIP parade. I think it just went live today and it's like so good. And I'm going to stitch this on a piece of Sarah Dwin by Fabrics by Stephanie with all the called for. Isn't that cool? So cool. Ooh. Okay. And then in terms of other ideas, other patterns for the Whimsy, this is called Hoodoo Voodoo, and this is a primitive needle. And if you don't know primitiveneedle.com, they are re-releasing slowly all of the primitive needle patterns. Well, I don't know if all of them, but they are releasing them in PDF version. So this would be a smallish Hoodoo Voodoo. That's so cute. Cracks me up. And then the last partial kit, sorry, this is going to be crinkly. I should have opened this before. It's also a, so sorry, Autumn Lane Stitchery. It is called Witch's Hollow. And I'm going to use Bestitch Me fabric called Blood Moon, because all of that orange is the fabric behind it. So that is my whimsical pile for Halloween. Now we get into the less whimsical, more traditional. And then that will be the WIP parade. So not too bad, not too bad. WIPs, Dreams, Aspirations. So the first one is Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain. Gosh, these are cool. I just love Halloween. Look at this bag. It's just so good. I wish it was Halloween all the time. And this is on an XJU design, or XJU fabric. It's 46 count. Cedar plank? Nah. What is it called? If you're curious, let me know. I'll look in my database. I have a small center start on this. And this is I'm doing in Vicki Clayton Silks. Tiny, tiny stitches. I like XJU designs though, for their 46 count. It's all wrinkly. Here we go. So, I think my neighbor might be mowing my yard for me. I so appreciate when he does that. Of course, there's Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. You know what would be so amazing is if Nora Corbett designed a Halloween queen. I'm not gonna lie, that would be like instantaneous purchase and start. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm stitching this on a 46 count Bestitch Me fabric called Honey. And I'm doing also Vicki Clayton's 1/2. I think I put in one day, like on the 31st of the month on into this year so far. So cute. And the fibers I'm using for the border on this are Silken Colors Acorn Woods. Oh, so good. And this is what Sherry Bear Stitcher is using. So this is pretty. But that is my start. Let's see, what's next? I'm making a mess. That is okay. Next is Ghoultide Welcome by Plum Street Samplers. And I'm stitching this 2/2 on 36 count Picture This Plus Ale with the call for NPIs. Oy, that's good. Look at that pumpkin. It almost glows. It's so beautifully, it's white fabric or white fibers called Rich. I don't know. It's just, so good. So good. And then let's see. I love this one. This one just makes me so happy. This is Heartstring Samplery Scary Sampler. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. So, who was I watching? I'm going to have to link them below too. I can't think of their name. But she was talking about this, and she was talking about doing this one upright and doing the Scenic Sampler, which is like this nice similar pattern but pretty and nice and springy, and then doing this below like the upside down in Stranger Things, because this has so many pop culture references. It has Bleak House by Charles Dickens. This is like supposed to be Thornfield House from Jane Eyre. This is the Weeping Willow from Harry Potter. We've got the angel from oh gosh, my brain just turned off. Doctor Who. We've got not the Millennium Falcon, the Death Star in Star Wars, and these are all Demogorgons from Stranger Things. It's just, the whole thing is so good. Tangent, sorry. But I'm stitching this on a beautiful linen Ada. That's what they're calling it. It's a 36 count Panettone by Roxy Floss. It's really pretty. And using the called for materials. And I just got a tiny little start on the Demogorgon with the teeth. So cool. So I want this on my Halloween kind of vintage wall, but I've also thought about copying that idea where I do the Scenic Sampler, put it upright, and then hang this one upside down below it. So we'll see. Oh, that's such a clever idea. The upside down. Okay. Then I have the rest. Oh, wait. I'm buried. The rest are kits and patterns. I have Jack's Bash by Plum Street Samplers kitted. And I have this kitted on with the called for fibers. But I don't know what this fabric is. I'll have to look. I don't want to open and crinkle too much. Then I have Raven Bewitched. Yeah, by Blackbird. Oh, these are just so good. It makes me want to stitch Halloween right now. My goodness. And for this, this has got to be Wren again. I went through this kick where I was like, yep, 36 count Wren, where I want everything on 36 count Wren. And I have the called for fibers for this as well. Just a hot mess in here. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's a hot mess. So there's more. And then I have Salem Sampler. This was a recent release by Plum Street. Gosh, that's cool. And this is on a 36 count Weeks Mocha, which is, I like the way Weeks feels, but sometimes I think their weave is too loose, but we'll see. We'll see. And I have the called for DMC. It's a mix, kind of an eclectic mix. So I like this color though. And then the rest are just patterns. And that will be the conclusion of the Halloween walls ×2. So this one is Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. Love this too. This actually I wanted to show you because I have fabric for it. Ooh, throwing things. This is Witch's Hollow by the Primitive Needle. And I'm going to stitch this on a, I think this is a 40 count. 40 count. This is also by the number 1-2 Stitch Company. It's called Decrepit. It's so cool. So that will be on this. Then I have Barbara Anna Designs, the Rampant Cat Sampler. Gosh, my brain. Rampant Cat Sampler. I have Away We Ride, which is a blackbird, as well as Halloween Eve. And then I think these are smalls. Then I have Casting a Casting a Spell, which is also blackbird. Blah, 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 blah. Halloween Inn by Brenda Gervais. Gosh, that's cute. House on Pumpkin Hill Pin Keep by Stacy Nash Primitives. Jump Clump, I love this, by Plum Street. Look at those tarantula. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Little eyes. Oh, Animal Crackers Nettle. And I love, you can see on the back without her mask. Yeah, Nettle. I have Fancy Blacket, Little Fancies, which are Pineberry Lane. Then I have Hilda's Alphabet Brew by Brenda Gervais. So that is the rest of my patterns, dreams, aspirations, whips. Let me know if you have thoughts or ideas on what I should stitch. I'm going to pick one from each category, one big and one small. And those will be my whips moving forward, and then I'll just keep pulling from this collection of this grouping of things to keep stitching moving forward. So it was so good to spend time with you today. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Today is Sunday, June 1st. So happy beginning of June, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a happy day.